Hello. Welcome. First things first, I don't own the rights to this music. I'm just putting it on as background because it's nice. We're going to do general messages because it's a brand new week. And yes, I've got the Harley Spencer deck out. So be warned, when you choose a category, when you choose a group, when you choose a number, we're going to do 10 in total. So if you pick a number, be warned, as I said, it is Harley Spencer, so you know it's not going to hold back. Right, that being said, we're going to get into it. Choose a number between 1 and 10, and that will be your general message for today. Obviously, you can skip through. Oh, ones you got a good one. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, I will put timestamps in, and you can skip through to whichever one you would like. Now, pile ones, group one. We got a death card out first and foremost, so you've got some big changes coming. I feel like this is going to be one of those situations where you have issues with things that you've been hanging on to, with problems. So let's talk about this. The fact that I ripped my hand open. That's a problem. That is dead skin. It's gone. You know what's going to come through? Really nice, healthy, fresh skin. Baby soft skin is going to come through. You don't worry about it. So don't worry about this death card for group one. Because actually, the change that's coming is something really, really good for you. And you know why I know it's good for you? Because we've got that Nine of Pentacles. Now, it's not my favourite Nine of Pentacles, as you know. I say that, I do like it, but there's a better one in this deck. Hopefully she'll come out. But what comes out the other side of letting go is really taking time to do what is good for you. Really taking time to just enjoy yourself. Feel your oats, group one. Feel your lovely, lovely oats. You're going to have a great old week. There might be some things that clear out, but you know what? What you get in its place is much better. Okay, we're going to keep them short and sharp today because it's a lovely day and I want to get out in the sun. So we're going to move on to group two. As I said, if you've just joined, we're doing general messages today. So it's not a Q&A. We're moving on to pile two. It's just going to be a little bit of general guidance for the week because it's a lovely old Monday. So pile two, you have got the Lovers in reverse. So if you... God, okay, so you've got the Lovers in reverse. So I feel like you're going to have some disconnection this week. Now, that doesn't have to be with your romantic partner. You might be single, you might not be with anyone. This might be to do with a family member. There's also a big chunk of me that feels that the Lovers is to do with yourself. It's that duality of your masculine and your feminine within your own person. And also, let's just take a minute for how gorgeous this card is. I just love it so much. Anyway, you've got a bit of a disconnect this week. It feels very much like... Well, no, I don't think it's too much to do with yourself. I feel like you've got a situation, a relationship somewhere around you that is not working. It's not gelling. You're not seeing eye to eye. And unfortunately, with that Ten of Swords in reverse, it's going to take a little while to clear up. I don't think you're going to be getting out of it anytime soon. No, Nine of Swords as well. So group two, it's going to be a bit of a sad one, I think, this week. I think you're going to have a little bit of a struggle. But forewarned is forearmed, right? So actually knowing that you're going to have a bit of a tough week means it's going to be manageable, means you're not going to be shocked, it's not going to catch you off guard, it just means you can plough on, plough through it and enjoy that time of hurt, because after that hurt comes the healing. There goes my hand message again. So pile three, group three, come on group three, let's see what's going on. Okay, okay, pile three. We've got Strength in reverse to start off with. So now is not the time, this week is not the time to be pushing through, giving it that Leo strong energy. Just chill out, because behind it you've got a Judgment card. Love it when a card gets hidden behind. So for me that is a case of just letting your guard down a bit. You don't have to fight everything all the time. Sometimes you can just leave it. Sometimes you can leave things to just settle and settle back into a decent pace. Now I know someone who this is going to resonate for very much, but this is what happens. Listen, the cards tell the story. I'm just here to tell you what they're telling me. Then you got Hanged Man. So your advice for this week is to just chill. Also, look at things from someone else's perspective. Look at things from seeing what's going on, and just rest. Just rest with it, because sometimes that thing, like I think here comes Brene. We all have that moment where you go, something is uncertain and that makes me feel uncomfortable, so I need to make a decision, I need to stick to it, even if it's not the right decision for the long term, even if it's something, because made that decision, having that plan in place makes things feel a bit more manageable and feel more comfortable. This week is not for that. Also, let's just take a moment for the rainbow, which is a real joy. We love the rainbow. So this week, group threes, chill your beans. Don't stress too much. And you don't have to be fighting through everything. Sometimes it's easier to just let something go for the greater good and realise that actually it's that 5x5 thing again, isn't it? Will it matter in 5 years? No. Don't be upset for it for more than 5 minutes. So, pile fours, let's move on. Pile fours having a good week. Okay. We got 9 pentacles, and I'm like, come on, where's my favourite one? This is not my favourite one. But anyway, it does tell a different story. Pile 4, group 4, you are going to be having a nice old week. This week, you've got the opportunity to take some time out for yourself and just do what you need to do. Like, this card is all about the self-love. You can see it on there. It's literally like pouring so much self-love all over yourself, you're spilling it. That's how much self-love is going on. That's how much loveliness is happening for you. This week, and I think the reason you've done it, because you've got that Knight of Cups in reverse. Sorry, the glare of my light is very real right now. Let me hold them like this. You've got the chance to take your situation back and not chase other people and not worry about other people. And that is what brings in that self-love moment for you, pile 4. That is what helps you see things clearly and not be chasing people. Like, maybe you feel like you've been chasing. You've been putting all the effort into what's going on, into what you want out of you. And what's your person been doing? Unfortunately, we don't normally do that. You've got a Queen of Wands, and behind it you've got that Devil, which is, for me, the lies, the deceit, the illusion, telling you there's something when they're really not. And they do know they're doing it. So you know what? Take this week, take some time off. Let them chase you for a minute. And while you're waiting for them to chase you, don't sit there waiting, thinking, oh, well, I'm waiting for them to chase me, so, you know, I just need to ride this out and wait this out. No. Spend the time doing something nice for yourself. That was a bit heavy one. But we have got Christina Aguilera on the top as well. So if you've just joined, this is the Harley Spencer deck that I'm using. It is a pull no punches, joyous deck. But, as I always say, be warned of what you ask or what you're thinking about with this deck, because it will not sugarcoat things. Water. And also, whoever that is ringing, interrupting Christina Aguilera, rude. Okay, group 5. We've got a 4 of Swords. Sleep this week. If you need to take that break, if you need a nap, just do it. Don't worry about things that have got to be done. Don't worry about anything else. Just take some time out for yourself this week, group 5. I want to say group 4 then because it's a 4, but it's not. It's group 5. Because you know what the thing is? Sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to. You've got that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Sometimes you have to take the low wave, the low tide. And life is all about waves. You know, what goes up must come down. There are things, you know, you'll have days where you are top of the world. And 5 minutes later, you want to throw yourself overboard. But that's just life. That's what happens. And this week, I think, is going to be one of those weeks where things are not going your way. Maybe it's you've been trying to get something going at work, and it's just there's another delay. Like, you know, when you're waiting for sofas, and they don't turn up, and you just get a thing of going, okay, it's not here. What can I do about it? Absolutely nothing. So I'm just going to chill. Because Knight of Cups, upright, happy days. If you find that things aren't going your way, what do you do? Traditionally, maybe you feel like you just throw your toys out the pram and realise that things are not going your way, so, okay, cool, I'm not going to play. I'm not going to do any of this. No, don't do that. Try and be nice to people. Because also, particularly, like, I'm going with the sofa analogy again, if something isn't delivered on time, it is inconvenient. But having a go at that person isn't going to change your situation. It's not going to get you the sofa any quicker. So just take your time. And that's something I was saying to one of my relatives yesterday, who is a GP. I was saying, I really hope that through this we've all learned that if something gets cancelled, like, for example, if your doctor's appointment gets cancelled for whatever reason, it's no one's fault. No one intentionally chose to cancel your appointment to spite you. It just happened. Be kind. Be kind to them. And if you can't be kind, be quiet. I feel like that needs to go on one of Cryptic Kirsty Tarot's cards. I'm going to message you after this. Unless you're still online, you might be. If you can't be kind, be quiet. a little bit thumper. If you haven't got something nice to say, don't say anything at all. But I think it's quicker and easier. Anyway, hashtagging it. Group 6, let's move on. Group 6, general message. Let's see, if you've just joined, we're doing general messages. So you can either pick a number between 1 to 10 and scroll through to find your number, or you can just slide through and see what I'm on about. And then that will be your message for today. So we're doing just a little bit of an update for the week, just a little wee check-in, see what's going on. I might do a Q&A after, I might not. Who knows? I like to keep everyone on their toes. So, what are we up to? 6, I think. Hope so. Group 6 is you've got a temperance first off. Got to find that balance. Got to make sure that you are realigned. Now that could be to do with... It could be to do with a little bit of stress you've had relationship-wise, because you've got that 8 of Swords with that Knight of Wands. Now the Knight of Wands is in reverse, and also we know I'm not really one for swear words, but I love this. This for me is a classic Harley Spencer moment. Oh, I think I love you. Who are you? Amazing. And I think a bit of Jessica Simpson in the background. But it's in reverse, so listen, you've got to find the balance again, because it feels, I think to me, that you've actually been holding back a little bit with people, and not, again, doesn't always have to be a romantic situation. This could be any situation in your lifetime. It could be a friend, it could be a co-worker, it could be a lover, it could be a family member. But you've got to find the balance, because at the moment it feels like you're still feeling a little bit trapped. You're still feeling a little bit in your own head. You're still feeling that you can't progress where you are, that you can't move forward, you can't do anything. But actually, what are you doing about it? Are you still going out there and doing what you need to do? Are you still trying to get things going? Because it doesn't feel like you are. It feels like you're just pulling back. And sometimes, like, again, if this is a romantic situation that it's for you, sometimes there's nothing wrong with just having a little bit of fun and just enjoying where you are right in this moment, rather than thinking about it. Because the overthinking is what's keeping you in that trapped 8 of Swords moment. The overthinking is what's keeping you here in that error mode. And that is where you need to find the balance on. You need to work out what it is, yes, we all have boundaries and we all have situations that we set in motion. But actually, reality check on it. What are people's actions telling you? Because it might be that you're not trusting people's words, you're not trusting what people are telling you because their actions aren't backing it up. But actually, it could be the opposite. For example, have you had someone, you haven't heard from your person in 2 days and you think, oh God, they've lost interest. Well, no, you haven't heard from them in 2 days because you've got something booked in next week and they're busy. So they're just kind of doing their due, they're seeing what's going on with themselves, but their actions are showing you that they want you, that they're happy with you, that they're continuing to see you because you've got something booked in, right? But you haven't heard from them today. So suddenly you're like, okay, well, this isn't fun anymore. This is sending me back into doldrums, putting me back in my cage, and I don't like it. So I'm going to spit my dummy out and I'm going to stress. And the balance is off. So group 6, chill out. Look at the actions. Okay, moving on. Group 7. I really hope I'm in the right order. I really hope I've got the numbers right. Group 7. Let's see what your general massage is for today. Well, this week, really. Group 7. You've got the 10 of Cups. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. You've got that 10 of Cups vibe going on this week. Happy, happy days. And listen, that might not be a case of finding your happy ending. It might be a case of realising that where you are right now is in itself happy. It might not be the ending you wanted, might not be where you thought you would be, but actually, let's take a minute to enjoy where you are. And that's lovely, because actually, 9 of Wands in reverse, it's done. You've broken past that stress point. Whatever it is, for example, when you're moving house, you have all of the stress of waiting for the contracts and the keys and stuff like that. Then you've got the stress of moving. But actually, while you're in that mode of unpacking, you feel like it's really stressful, but actually, it's a stress I would absolutely take for having the dream home, for having that, that serenity. And I love the water. It's like, for me, being in water is so calming, right? We all love being in water, whether it's in a hot tub, whether it's in the ocean, whether it's just dipping your feet in the river, whatever it is. I did that yesterday. It was so much fun. So Group 7s, I feel like you're going to have a really, really nice week. I feel like you're going to have time to really just celebrate where you are, celebrate what's going on, and celebrate what's happening for you without any kind of stress. And even if there is stress, I feel like it's going to be one of those things where you just go, in normal circumstances, this would stress me out, but listen, the weather's too good. My house is too good at the moment, so I don't need to worry. Anyway, Group 8. Let's see what's going on for Group 8. Okay, Group 8. Seems like you're a bit of stress. Well, the King of Wands in reverse. So it feels to me like you are not in control of things at the moment. Things are getting away from you. Things are kind of... It's like when you try and reach for something and it doesn't quite happen. It just gets a bit further away. You know, like in that dream state where you're running. You know you're running. You can see your legs moving round and round and round. Well, they don't go round and round unless you're on a bike, but you know what I mean? Like road runnery legs. But where are you getting? Nowhere right now. And unfortunately, with that Six of Cups in reverse, I feel like it's to do with an ex. Not necessarily an ex-lover, could be an ex-friend, someone that you've fallen out with, someone that you've been trying to reconnect with or resort things, readdress things and just get things back on track, get things back into balance. And unfortunately, it doesn't feel like it's going to go your way this week. Well, yeah, you've got Seven of Pentacles in reverse. There's nothing really that you can do about it, unfortunately. There are just situations sometimes that we have to let go, and situations that we need to realise that we don't have as much control over as we would like. And it might feel a little bit like you've invested in a lot. You've invested a lot in this relationship, and you're not getting back what you're putting in. But trying to put in more to compensate for someone else is not going to help this week. Because actually what it's going to do is leave you feeling a bit empty and a bit drained, rather than, you know, like sometimes I always think if you aren't able to give 100%, and your other half, or your partner, or your friend, family member, housemate, whatever it is able to pick up that 10% that you can't manage this week, brilliant. If your housemate can't pick up that 10%, and you can push extra, brilliant, that's great. But this week I feel like you putting in extra work is not going to change things. It's just going to make you feel even more disconnected and more out of balance. And actually, I think the best thing to do is just do what you can do, worry about yourself, and not chase anything else. Sorry about the phone calls, I'm never so popular. Right, Group 9. Moving on, now if you've just joined, I'm just doing general readings today. You can either choose a number and scroll through, or you can just swipe through, see where you end up, and see what the message is. Using the Harley Spencer Tarot deck as well, which is a no-holds-barred deck. So be careful what you ask. Sorry, there's a weird delay on my screen. I hope it's not coming through like that. Literally, enough with the phone calls. So, Group 9. Got Queen of Swords. Tackling things head on. I am happy for that this week. I feel like, listen, there are things that are not happening for you. Chariot in reverse. There are situations where the progress isn't being made. People are not picking up their slack. People are not doing what they need, what you need them to do, what you want them to do to help things going. You know, like if you're delegating jobs to people and you divide your jobs up so that everyone's got time to do a little bit, everyone's got some sort of time to do it. People aren't. People are just not picking up the pace. They're not doing what they need to do. And the thing with that is that can be really, really frustrating. And that can bring out that Queen of Swords where you just say, listen, I need you to get on with this. I don't need whys and wherefores. I just need it done. And I think for Group 9, I think it is going to be a bit like that this week, where you just have to push people. You have to make sure that everything goes on, that everything's working its way through, and keep on at people because they're going to be a bit delayed. Maybe it's the sunshine. Maybe it's the good weather that's going on. But yeah, people need to get back to work. Get back to doing what they do best. But you might have to push people to get back to doing their business. Obviously, don't forget, consent is the key. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about work stuff. Well, not necessarily work stuff. It might be jobs around the house. It might be taking the bin out. Do you know what I mean? Things like that, where you're just like, oh yeah, I'll do it later. Mañana. No, I need it done because there's other stuff I need to do that follow on from that. That's what's happening for Group 9. And we made it. Group 10, last group. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Okay, 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay, King of Cups. So listen, Group 10. It feels like you are going to have a bit of a struggle this week. Because where you are trying... And a bit of a delve for you if you don't mind Group 10. The thing is, you've got some issues happening this week where you can talk and talk and talk and talk yourself out of things. You can talk yourself round and round and round the houses. And I feel like it is talk within yourself. It's not conversing with someone about the issue. It's not trying to get to the bottom of something. It's that overthinking mentality of going, right, hang on a minute. Well, if that happens, then that means that. And then this follows, and a whole sequence of events, and things come on, and things come on, and things come on, and things come on, and that leads to that, and this blah, blah, blah. And just need to stop, because what's happening when you do that? The King of Cups in reverse. It brings in self-doubt. It brings in concern that doesn't need to be there. And do you know what? There is so much to worry about with what is. Let's not worry about what if, Group 10. Because actually, we don't need to worry, like, what if? Tends to be negative. It tends to be a case of, oh, well, what if that happens? Then what's, then I'm not going to get this and I'm not going to get that. What if you do? There's enough to think about as well, and if you focus on the positive what ifs, oh my god, what if that works out? What if I get that job? Oh, what if I hit every green light? Brilliant. If you don't do that, you've got to be careful, because what happens is you end up questioning yourself, you end up in self-doubt, you end up discombobulated. That's a nice word I haven't used in a long time. But you end up in that mode where things just don't feel right and you don't feel settled. And really, the aim is to be settled, right? To be calm. I literally sent a voice note the other day. Someone was like, what's your news? And I thought, I don't have any news. Everything is calm. And I'm happy about that. Anyway, thank you for joining me today's general messages. I might pop on and do a Q&A later. I've got a couple of readings to do. If you want to book a private reading, you know how to do it. Drop me a DM or an email. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.